Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryusuke Fukushima. I go with Ryu because it's short and easy. And I would like to tell my journey in Finland and how my study life is going on in Finland. Yep. So these are the contents. I would like to talk about mainly two things. One, study life in Finland and daily life in Finland. And to conclude, I would like to explain why you should study in Finland, like the good points about studying in Finland, but also like the real history, the real stories. Yes. So back to my self-introduction. My name is Ryu. I am from Japan. I was born and raised in Japan. I'm 24 years old and I like to cook. I like to play sports. I like travel. Yes. I live in Helsinki, the capital of Finland, because I pursue my major is education. I'm a master's student at the University of Helsinki of the program Changing Education. Yes. So, and for my undergrad, I did it in university in Japan. It is called Department of Global Education, and I learned about it was a teacher development course, and I got teacher's license for primary school education and IB, International Baccalaureate Education, especially for primary school kids. Yes. So I would like to explain, well, firstly, I would like to explain why I chose Finland as my study destination. Well, it is because from three reasons. One is I did my exchange in Belgium and I liked this multicultural community that I could feel in European country. So that's why I was like, and since Japan is a monolingual and also there are many people are Japanese, but in Europe it's quite different. So I liked that thing. Also financial aspects. There are various scholarship options and also tuition is cheap or even free. Like compared to some other countries, tuition is super cheap. That's what I felt. So that's why I chose here. The third reason is because since I major in education and Finnish education is really popular, really like famous. It is one of the people say that it's one of the best education. And I wanted to know how or like why and how is it different from Japanese education? Yep. So let's go on to study life in Finland. So it's mainly discussion based and collaborative work. And also I would say time management or time arrangement is key. University of Helsinki is, yeah, it's not a university of applied science. It's a research university, but they have a lot of like collaboration time and discussion work. I was expecting like if you're doing your master's, it's gonna be like research and investigation and those things like individual work, but was not. Like we also have a lot of discussion and collaborative work. The next one, learning by doing. And what I mean is that for example, in our course neuroscience education, we learned about how the brain works with like sports while playing sports or playing music, and we were able to actually use the music, like music instruments, or we did the crochet, and able to figure out how the brain works by ourselves. And maybe this is because I major in education and it's easier for the program to make it more practical. Like if you're doing like data science or something, maybe it could be difficult, but I felt learning by doing is a thing in Finnish universities. Also, scheduling yourself. I wrote student autonomy below that, but So student autonomy is highly respected, and teacher gives minimum instructions on when until or the really precise deadlines. Of course, you don't have to worry. They tell criterias and deadlines, but they don't have like small deadlines. And as a student, what you should do is you have to make your deadlines, or you have to make your due dates, so that it will be um, to effectively go through your study life. Also, one more thing is that you have various, or we had various evaluation method. So I was expecting mainly, I was thinking like, okay, it's gonna be like writing papers and reading articles and essays and so on. Well, it's true because it's a master's program and I have to write a lot of things. But I we actually made a skit, some YouTube video content, group presentation. We had those a lot, and we also created leaflet and poster session. Also, some other group was making podcast regarding the course, and it was pretty unique for me because I thought it's just gonna be writing and reading, but there are a lot of evaluation methods. Okay, study life in Finland, especially study places, a lot of study places, library, learning center, classrooms, study cafes, everywhere. And you can choose, like there are a lot of rooms. For example, like quiet space, it's really, really quiet, and Finnish quiet is like really quiet. So if you want to concentrate in a silent room, you can go there and study. They also have a lot of group rooms for discussions and collaborative work, as I said before. They also have a sleep room or relaxation room, where you can have a nap or you can just chill and then go back to your study. A lot of universities are open for quite a long time. Most of the universities are from 8-ish to 8 p.m.-ish, like 20-ish. But some are open 24/7. Or if you have, for my university, University of Helsinki, if you get this kind of night access key, you can enter that specific learning center or campus from 7 a.m. and can stay until 1 a.m. in the midnight. So I was continually speaking about my study life. So I would like to have a small quiz about a little trivia of Finland and also study life in Finland. You can just relax and also like, get just have fun listening to this. I named So Unique Study Life in Finland. So let's go. The first quiz is Finnish student apartment has sauna. You can just think in your mind, imagine how this Finnish apartment looks like. The answer to this is true. I won't say that every apartment has sauna, but mostly, or like in high possibility, they will have sauna. And for example, at my apartment, they have two saunas, and with one is about like 6 people can fit, and the another one, they about 15 people can fit in. So this is not, having a sauna is not that rare in Finnish apartment, like student apartment. Question 2. Okay. It is €5 buffet in student cafeteria. You think it's true or false? What do you think? The answer to this is false, but it's a trick question because it's cheaper than that. Mostly it's between 2 or 3 euros. If you order like special meals or something, it could be 5 euros or 5 point something. But mainly, like normally, it's 2 to 3 euros. And for the cafes, like student cafes at Helsinki region, it's you can pour as much as you want. And in other cities, I heard that it's way cheaper than that, but still, I only pay 2.95 euros per meal, and it's really fulfilling. So it's really good price. The third one, what is the thing that students can do during lecture? Listen to music, have 5 minutes nap, or knitting? The answer to this is knitting. Yeah. Um, so students could like knit during the class to help them concentrate to the class. And that was pretty unique. Like I don't see those thing in Japanese universities. You can also drink coffee during lecture. Question number 4. What is sisu? 1, drinking alcohol alone at your home in your underwear. 2, Finnish student graduation cap. 3, the ability to preserve and keep going even when facing difficulties. Yeah, sisu is a Finnish word. The answer to this is number 3, the ability to preserve and keep going even when facing difficulties. However, for number 1 and 2, they also have Finnish word to that. It's called, the first one is karas. Yeah, it's really hard to pronounce. Karasarin kanit, and second one Yliopilaslaki or something like that. It's, I think if you come to Finland, if you guys come to Finland, you will struggle with pronunciation, Finnish pronunciation like me. But they also have this word in Finnish, and it's really interesting to explore and inquire. The last one, what is true about haalarit student overalls? So this kind of thing. Yes. First one, the color indicates student's faculty, major, or student organization. So where you're studying at. Second one is you can saw badges, patches, or pins collected during student life. Third one is you can wear this in Vappu, May Day, or Johannes, Midsummer. Okay. The answer to this is the first one and second one. The top right picture is the picture that was taken in Vappu, May Day. And it's our cohort, so it's changing education department. So we all wear light blue, like sky blue-ish alarit student overalls. But so the color indicates students' faculty, and also you can saw batches and patches, and you can make your original ones. But you don't wear this in Johannes Midsummer. Yes. So I would like to go on to the daily life in Finland, which is a bit separate from student, like study life, but super related to your living, like life in Finland. So for accommodation, I pay for 65 euros, and with the width of 15 square meters, with shared kitchen, bathroom, shared shower, with one person. My apartment has two saunas and two club rooms, which is like a common lounge, and you can watch TV, a movie. They have board games and such. So if you want to lower the price, uh, if you're aiming for like cheaper rent, the number of people to share will increase, and also the distance from the center will increase. It will be farther, but like just um, statistically speaking, like not it could be a bit different, but yeah, like this. And here are two questions that I had moving before moving into Finland. The first one is, if I want to live alone, what should I do? Because I've never lived or I've never shared with someone else. The answer to this is yes, you have an option. It's called studio or something like that, but it's mostly like really expensive. Like um, the studio in my apartment, they also have that option, but it's about double the price. And one more thing is that most international students share their apartment. So if you're sharing with someone else, it's normal. It's normal. And also, I'm not used to sharing a flat. That's totally fine. Everyone is not used to it. I would say it is a great opportunity to make new friends. And my roommate is Finnish, and I asked him about my Finnish homework, and also I asked him about the homework that I had, and also we celebrate. I celebrated his birthday and something. So yeah, it's also a opportunity for you to interact with new people. Yes, and also one thing is that if you are accepted from the university, and if the university gives you the recommendation for the agency or the apartment, you should definitely consider and decide where you live as soon as possible, because it's really competitive, and it's really a lot of people are in the queue. So you better hurry up and do it. Next one is foods. So in here, I don't go out, like, and most of my friends don't go out because it's pretty expensive. But if you cook by yourself, or if you go to student cafeteria, it's very cheap. But also I like to do food exchange or food gathering. Like I'm doing a maki sushi workshop, typical Japanese, um, on like early November, like next week or next week, and it's really nice for exchanging cultural like things and foods and something. Next is part-time job and internship. So I would say getting a regular part-time job is quite rare in Finland. It's it is because if you don't speak Finnish, it's also hard to get job. It's really competitive, and also if you don't want to be too busy with part-time jobs, and you don't want to pressure yourself, or you don't want to um, sacrifice yourself, like not joining group meetings. So I would highly recommend to budget your finance and something before coming to Finland. Also, internship. It is also hard to get, like, it is not easy to get, but there are a lot of information on university website, and they have informations, have grants for that. And a lot of students, including my second year friends, or even the first year students, they start doing internship. Yes. So student daily life in Finland, seasons. There are 4 seasons. So if you're from the country which is near to the equator, you'll be pretty surprised with the uh, color change in the leaves, and also um, flower blooming and something. They have 4 seasons, but winter is pretty long and dark. I can't tell why. It's pretty long, cold and dark, but not that harsh, I would say, because the weather gradually changes. It's not like it doesn't drop like dramatically. It gradually changes. So your body get used to it. And also it is cold, but it is fun. They have sauna, and in some northern cities they can see northern lights, ice skating on the ski like level, and board games, a lot of like entertainment. So you can also, maybe it's hard to find some entertainment outside, but inside they have a lot of things, and also something related to Finnish nature, a lot of fun stuffs. So I would like to show, I was thinking of showing a video of international dinner, but yeah, so we had, this is a picture of me having international dinner and like our gathering and something. So this kind of things happens. At last, I would like to tell why you should study in Finland. The 3 reasons why I recommend Finland to you. The first one is it's super international and diverse. So we have 60 students in our cohort, but it's about, they're from like 30 countries or regions, so everywhere. Students are all around the world. And it's fun and also surprising, sometimes shocking to know and feel, experience the cultural differences. But including that negative shock, I would say this is a very nice opportunity, and it's really unique in Finland. In some countries, I've heard that even they are saying that their cohorts are very diverse, maybe like 70% or 50% of students are from specific country or like specific region. That also happens. But around me, or like when I talk with my friends, they're like all around the world. Like of course Europe, Asia, like East Asia, Central, West, North and South America, Africa, Oceania, like everywhere. So it's really, really diverse. Second one is easy to adapt, which meaning Finnish people speak English very, very well, and less stress with starting your daily life and also applying or opening your bank account or something. So a lot of my friend who was applying for their bachelor's or their master's abroad, they were concerned about this issue. So that's why they applied to England, to America, Australia, those country which uses English. But in Finland, I didn't feel any language barrier with it. It was super easy for me to adapt, and people are really open to speak English. So even if you talk to them in English, they will kindly reply, and it's easy for you to live and adapt. Also, one important thing is that the city is safe, and you can walk alone at night, or the lost belongings often comes back. Even I'm living in the capital city, Helsinki, I feel really safe, like really, really safe. And so with my friends. So I think in Finland in general, it is really safe. So you can focus on studying. The last one, it is kind to students. Uh, and this means kind, financially kind, and also mentally kind. So yes, Finland's price is quite expensive, like restaurants and those places are expensive, but not expensive for students. They have a lot of student discounts. So it is I feel that it's cheap tuition. They have cheap tuition and they have various scholarship from the university and a lot of student places. It's called Uni Cafe or Uni Sports or something, but we can use a lot of places with discounts. Also cheap healthcare if you're in a basic healthcare system, you can use a lot of like medical stuffs and also grants for forum or internship. They are really supportive. For example, I'm going to a city called Jyväskylä, which is like 3 hours from Helsinki, but I got a grant for 150 euros for transportation and for stay. And we see those kind of things a lot, and it's easy for us to study or to attend a conference. Yes, and mentally speaking, meaning professors and teachers are really cooperative and they're super supportive. So if you say that you're a student and you're studying in Finland and you're at this blah 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 university in Finland, they would accept like a lot. For example, like school visits for me, they kindly accepted me and they're really supportive. So as a student, it's really, really easy place and nice place to live. So it's already time to finish the presentation. But one last thing that I would like to say is we have 2 Instagram channels, Study in Finland and Study in Finland Ambassadors. We upload videos and reels and posts about our study life 5 times a week or more than that. So if you follow this, will be easy. And also we have YouTube channel like this. So I highly recommend to watch this before applying. And thank you so much for listening. And let's move on to Q&A session.
Thank you, Ryu, for